Add Kyrie to the Nets, put Klay on the Warriors. Whose team is more scarier? Team do you not want to face?
The Nets. You don't have three defenders. You don't have.
These niggas tackle, I'm bringing the pack. I'm a roller with stars and I'm smoking on platinum. Got my eye on the prize so I don't do distractions. I'm coming back in.
Welcome. Yo, what it do? It's your boys Juice and Lou, and we back here with another episode for you guys, man. Last week.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, I almost forgot, man. We in 2022 now, man. Big things coming this year. A lot of bangers also on the way. So, man, we're gonna keep on going strong for y'all, man. But the last time we talked to y'all, we talked about the NFL's playoff picture. And Sunday got a little got a little crazy on Sunday, but we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about the NBA. We got two superstar players coming back to the court. Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson. Kyrie will be, by the time this video is out, Kyrie and the Nets will be playing. And Klay is designated to return on January 6th, which is Sunday. So, we're here to talk about whose comeback is going to be more significant. Whose comeback is going to help the team get to the next level. So, Jay Lou, go ahead, take us in.
Not just the team, even the NBA in general. I think both of these players can impact both sides of their conference. But I think the clear one to me is Kyrie. Kyrie right here, man. I mean, he's playing away games as of right now, and he doesn't know if he's going to get the vaccine still. So going in tonight, they play Indianapolis in Indiana. The Pacers, they play them. Malcolm Brogdon's out. They got a lot of injury in Indiana. So I think the Nets should win tonight, even if they didn't have Kyrie. But I think tonight will be a good game for him because he can get back into a feel of things. Obviously, he didn't play this year. Past year, he got hurt in the playoffs and didn't come back. Played 54 games out of 82 last year. Had one of the best seasons of his career, shooting 40, 50, 90 percentage on almost 27 points a game, which is really good for a point guard, being that he's only 6'1", and he's a far from the basket. But we know how talented Kyrie is and how he plays around the basket. I think adding him back to the Nets, they're obviously super team. And to me, if he's able to play most of the season out away games, whether it's home or away, I think the Nets are the favorites. In the Eastern Conference right now, I don't really see a clear-cut favorite. Everybody has their issues right now. I mean, when we started the season, you had people was looking at the Nets, obviously. Also had the Bucks. They had Miami to a degree, and they thought Atlanta would be something better than what they are now with Trae Young after they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. We knew Philly had some problems with Ben Simmons, how they would handle him. Then you had the Boston Celtics. They still got Tatum and Brown. Always a scary duo, but is it really enough? I mean, like the East is kind of wide open, but the emergence of Chicago and Cleveland are two good teams this year. But if you add a superstar player like Kyrie, they're obviously the best. They're the best team in the East. I think they can give the Bulls a run for the money, even though DeMar has been balling this season. And him and Zach LaVine are a great pairing. I just think, 3 beats 2. 2 all-stars. They got 3 over there in Brooklyn. You go to Milwaukee, still got Giannis, yes, but Brook Lopez is out, which was a major key part into their championship success last year. I mean, so Milwaukee, they really need to get healthy. But they beat the Nets last year, obviously without Kyrie and a half of James Harden, if you want to say that, and a bum Joe Harris. So I think if they add, like I said, push Kyrie, they probably beat the Bucks last year. That's probably for later on. Then we had Miami. You guys, y'all are dealing with injuries as well. Bam's out for a couple more weeks with his thumb injury. Then you have Jimmy Butler, who actually just got hurt the other night, his foot again. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how y'all can handle those two. I mean, those are obviously your two best players right there. Lowry, he's having a good season, not an all-star type season, but he's playing well. Cavs, they're still missing a superstar player. I mean, they got a young roster though. Just picked up Rondo, which is a great addition for them behind Darius Garland. He's having an all-star type season. Evan Mobley, top 3 rookies of the year candidate right now. Still got Jared Allen. Kevin Love is actually reemerging this season. He's playing really good off the bench for them. And I mean, Philly, Boston, and Atlanta, they took it a step back this season, just a tad back. But with Kyrie Irving being added to the Nets, to me, I think he's obviously the biggest impact of the NBA season if he comes back.
I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong, and it's the obvious choice is Klay Thompson. It's the obvious choice. I'm gonna tell you this: Klay hasn't played in 2 years, right? Okay, we get that, but your Achilles is gonna help. Isn't gonna affect your shooting. It's not gonna affect your shooting. He barely dribbled anyway. And I'm gonna tell you why. He's better at defense as well. You're adding defense and a top 5 shooter all time back on the best team in the league already, with the best record in the league already. You're adding him back. Now Kyrie coming back, that's cool. That's help. But it goes back to what I said before. Okay, you got your 3 scores. Okay, boom. Where's everybody else? What about everybody else? What about everybody else? So I know I watched the Heat game. We played Golden State the other night. Steph Curry, I think, had his worst performance of the season. 9 points, I think, like 3 for 17 shooting, and they still won. Still won. You would think him shooting that bad, they would have lost. Nets, though. It was the Nets, and Kevin Durant was playing that bad. I promise you they would have lost. Why? Because nobody else was going to step up. James Harden, okay, he probably get his. But everybody else, you're not going to get anything out of them because KD is that guy on that team. He has to score for you to win. KD has to score for you to win. As simple as that. Steph, clearly you saw he could have a terrible night. He's had several terrible nights, and they still won. You got Jordan Poole, Otto Porter. I haven't seen him. He acting totally different this year. Andrew Wiggins, he's acting totally different this year. You got and James Wiseman is even back. James Wiseman isn't even there. You still got Draymond. You got all these pieces. Gary Payton Jr. You got all these people that can hustle, give you points, do everything for you. They're number one. They're already the number 1 defensive team in the league, and you're adding Klay to that. Back to that. They are 29-7, and you're adding Klay to that. Klay got a chip on his shoulder. He's obviously still upset about that 75 list. He's obviously still upset about that. I would have thought, shoot, I mean, I probably wouldn't have thought it was that serious. I mean, he's obviously top 100. I don't know why he's not thinking about it like that. All time, as many players, as many legends as there is in this league, you're top 100. I'll be happy with that. But I don't know. He's coming in with a chip on his shoulder. I wouldn't be surprised if he came out and dropped 40 off like 5 dribbles. Just because he was in the G League, I think just the other day he put up something crazy. I forgot what it was, but he was going off in the G League.
Did you just bring up the G League?
You think he's not going to do that in the actual league?
The G League, though?
Do you think he can't do that in the actual league? We've seen it,
bro.
We've seen him do that in the actual league.
The G League. We're talking about the G League. Klay Thompson.
Do it in the actual league, though. We've seen it happen before. We've seen him do better in the actual league. Like, and defense. Way more shooting. Not going to be fair. This is not going to be fair. And then you're taking less stress off Steph Curry. Do I think Klay coming back is going to decrease Steph in the MVP? Probably. And I could say the same for KD as well. But, we're going to get to that in a little bit. But yeah, I think Klay is the obvious answer here. Klay's the obvious answer here.
He doesn't impact the team. So look. That's their top 2-3. Warriors are 1 without him. If you add Kyrie, come easily.
But you can say the same thing for them. The Nets are second in the East. You can say the same thing.
But isn't the East close right now still?
East is close, yeah, but the West is close. You can say the West is close.
Really close. It's the Suns and Warriors for the season right now. The Lakers are only close because they got LeBron James. The third other team, Utah, bro, come on, Utah. They've done this every year to us.
Grizzlies on a 6-game win streak.
The Grizzlies.
Grizzlies on a 6-game win streak, bro. Gotta stop sleeping.
Ja Morant's good. I love.
Gotta stop sleeping.
But not enough talent. When playoffs come, they don't have enough talent. Their bench isn't that deep. Jaren Jackson, he's iffy. I'm glad Desmond Bane's balling. Desmond Bane's a candidate for most improved player this year. He's a dark horse for me right now. The Nuggets, they don't have Jamal Murray. I don't even know if he's coming back this season.
I don't know. I saw him windmilling yesterday. I don't know.
And we've seen Klay Thompson in the G League. Come on, what are we talking about?
But we've seen Klay Thompson do that exact thing in the league still. Do that.
Then who else in the West? Portland, they're abolished. They're nowhere to be found. Dallas, Luka and Porzingis, and who else? Jalen Brunson. Who else? It's the same story with them. I mean, come on, the West isn't that good this year. Clippers, you need Kawhi. There's no Paul George right now. He's out for, even though the Clippers are battling. I'm impressed right now. They're battling without both of them. So, I mean, but that's the Clippers. I don't know why they can't win nothing when they got those two. But every time those two are out, they battle like crazy. But Kyrie being added, he's a 7-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA type player. Bro, I already read you the numbers. He averaged 27 last year as a point guard, shooting 50% from the field.
But can he play defense? Can he play defense?
They're going to score. They're going to score more than the other team. What's the game, though?
No. Listen.
More than the other team.
If add Kyrie to the Nets, put Klay on the Warriors, whose team is more scarier? Who do you not want to face?
The Nets. You don't have 3 defenders. You don't have 3 defenders for Kyrie, KD, and Harden.
The best defensive team in the league. The Warriors are the best defensive team in the league.
Yeah, but Klay's coming back off an ACL and Achilles injury. How good is his defense really going to be? It's not going to be the same.
Kyrie's better than Kyrie's, I'm sure.
That's because of height.
What can you do? What can you do? We know James Harden's identity in the playoffs. We know that. I'm not 7-game series. A 7-game series. I promise I'm taking the Warriors to beat the Nets in a 7-game series. I'm taking them. Like I said, we know James Harden's identity. Kevin Durant, he's gonna be Kevin Durant. But like I said, it's the number one defensive team in the league. And then you got Kyrie. Okay, he gonna get you 25. You know, he's probably pushing 30. But like I said before, who else? Where is everybody else? Joe Harris, we saw his identity last year. Bruce Brown, we saw his identity last year. What's everybody else going to do? My role players on the Warriors are better than the Nets role players.
That's fine. That's fine because Kyrie is better than 3 of those role players.
Oh no!
He's fine.
No. It's just I just
it's
don't.
Just a match. You put what? Klay would have to guard who?
Harden. I think Harden. Probably Harden.
Who's guarding Kyrie then?
Steph would probably have to. You wouldn't have a choice. Actually, no. Either have Draymond on KD. That's simple. But I think you gotta go either Gary Payton on him, and then you probably have like
Gary
Steph.
Payton.
Like you probably gotta have like Steph hide on Joe Harris or something like that. But you gotta start Gary Payton
Curry,
or Andrew Wiggins on
Klay.
Somebody. I'm starting Curry. I'm going small ball.
Curry, Klay, Gary,
Draymond,
Wiggins, Draymond.
Wiggins, Draymond. Yeah, I'm going small ball. I'm going small ball against that. But I know at least 4 of my 5 people on the court can guard them over there, and I'd be comfortable. But like I said though, KD gonna get his regardless. But okay. James Harden, we know what's up with him. We know what's up with James Harden already. Kyrie, I don't know, man. I don't know. We've seen Kyrie get locked up before. His handles are elite. Top 2. You know, I mean, hey. But like I said though, Klay back on the Warriors is significantly better than Kyrie on the Nets. Back on the Nets.
No, it's not. The Warriors this season, look, how do I put this? They're great system team basketball, obviously. They have better depth than the Warriors. Than the Nets. I'll give you that. They have better depth. But when playoff time comes, how much does depth matter? You're not gonna be playing Kuminga like that. Not gonna be playing Damian Lee like that. You're not gonna be playing Juan Toscano-Anderson like that. You're gonna roll with your 5 right now: Looney, Draymond, Wiggins, Poole, Curry. Throw Klay in there. Throw Wiseman in there. That's 7 right there. Iggy has to play a little bit. Then Otto Porter. That's 9. 9 players. And the Nets, they're probably gonna roll with the big 3: Blake, LaMarcus, Paul Millsap, James Johnson, Bruce Bowen. That squad's not that bad compared to the Warriors. So Kyrie there, because Kyrie equals Andre, Gary, Otto Porter, and Wiggins.
He can equal that, but his impact be the same as that.
Yes, he's scoring.
No.
Easy 27. No.
Kyrie, his impact alone is not going to be bigger than the other 3 people's impact that you just named. It's not.
They will, because watch this. You throw Kyrie in there. Harden's already the initiator. Harden's obviously going to take a little bit of step back scoring than what he's been doing, like when KD's out. Like he put up like on Christmas Day like a triple double, 34 and 11 points. Then he followed up again with another triple double with 39 points. That's cool. I mean, Harden once Kyrie comes back, that's probably half Kyrie's points right there. And then Harden already passes good, so he can set the offense up. Kyrie, when he gets the ball, he could run with the second unit. Cook the second unit on the Warriors. Obviously, I think how the Nets should do it tonight when they bring them back, they're probably going to start Kyrie, run with the second unit, get his feeling back. They're going to probably bench Harden early, probably keep KD in for a little bit, but I think Kyrie will get a lot of minutes going against the second teams of the Pacers. And obviously, we know how good of a scorer he is. Say they do the same thing in the playoffs. They beat whoever in the East. They make it to the finals, whatever. They maybe play the Warriors. Bro, who on the second team? They run a strategy of Kyrie going against second team guards. I mean, you brought up Gary Payton. He's cool, but he hasn't played against a Kyrie Irving. He hasn't played against a Kyrie Irving.
Man, all I know is it's tough. But I'll give you that Kyrie clearly is going to. I agree with you. Kyrie going to get his regardless. But it's just not going to be the same impact for the Nets that it does for the Warriors, than Klay for the Warriors. Klay is taking a load off of Steph. Klay can get you. Man, it's just tough. It's tough, man. But I can assure you this: Klay will definitely have a better game, a better comeback game than Kyrie tonight. I can assure you.
Why you say that?
I can assure you. Hold on, let's see. I just feel like I said before, they have a chip on their shoulder. They come back and they play the Mavericks. Who on the Mavericks? Maverick. Oh wait, no. That's not that. Sunday they play the Cavs.
A good Cavs team.
That is a good Cavs team. That's a good Cavs team. But is anybody going to be able to stop Klay from shooting the ball?
I mean, you said it earlier. He's a top 5 3-point shooter. Who really gonna stop him from shooting the ball?
Exactly. So, like I said, I think Klay gonna come out firing that joint, firing it. I say he ends with like 5 threes, maybe like 20s, 25, 26. Maybe like a couple steals, couple assists. I think he's gonna fit right in, like he never left.
So you think the Warriors going to the finals with Klay?
100%.
And who do you have out the East?
1,000%. Coming out the East is tough. Like I said, the East is tough. Because I can't really be sold on the Nets. I can't be sold on the Nets. I can't be sold on the Nets. Like the Bucks, they started off slow, but they're looking good right now. The Bulls, they're looking real good. When healthy, they look good. Cavs, I wasn't ready for the Cavs to look like that. I think they're going to the finals. Heck no. But it's the first 4 teams. Bulls, Nets, Bucks, Heat is out of those 4. But I think who has the highest chance?
With Kyrie playing.
The highest chance with Kyrie, based off teams, how everybody's playing together, is between, I say, Bulls, Bucks, Eastern Conference Finals. As of right now, Bucks, Eastern Conference Finals. Bulls, Bucks, if the Nets and Bucks rematch like last year, I think Bucks beat them. I think they do.
No.
I think they do.
No.
Man, listen. It's going to be tough. The Heat, Jimmy, if he's all right with that ankle, when Bam comes back, Duncan, Markieff Morris, who else? We're missing so many people, man. Dwayne Dedman. Once everybody come back, the Heat going to be a problem. The Nets are going to they're going to probably stay at 2 or 3. We're gonna stay at 2 or 3, but just don't see him making it. As of right now, I just don't see him making it. And if they do, they'd have to run into the Warriors. And like I said before, they're not beating the Warriors in a 7-game series. So that's tough. That's tough.
Okay. I think the only way they would lose to the Warriors in a 7-game series is getting outcoached. That's the only way I can see it.
And I feel like that's a real high chance. Real high chance.
That's fair.
It's fair, but
That's
hey,
fair.
man, let us know. I think that's gonna wrap up this video, man. Let us know what you guys think down below. Who's more valuable to their team when they come back, Klay or Kyrie? Let us know, man. But make sure you smash that like, smash that subscribe button, and turn that post notifications on so you know when we post. And man, next week is going to be a good week because it's going to be playoff time.
Talking about playoffs.
We're going to talk about each game. We'll go through each one, do our predictions, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. But until then, it's your boys, Juice and Lou.
Yeah.
Peace.
Molly off the drug.